What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of idiski. Now, I'm going to change things around for this, and I'm actually just going to be focusing on Kaiser Chiefs. That is the team that I support, and that's the team that I'm going to be really following closely with this series going forward. Obviously, I will be touching on the other clubs as well. If there's big matches that Chiefs aren't really involved in, I'll preview that perhaps. I'm going to touch on obviously the teams that Chiefs are going to be playing against on the upcoming match and so forth. But it is mainly just going to be focused on Kaiser Chiefs. That's the games I'm going to be going to as well as the stadiums, interviewing you guys, the fans, and let's see how it goes. Now we've just come back from the international break. We've had the MTN 8 first legs playing over the weekend, and actually I'm very surprised by Chippa United. I think they're going to do very well this season. Dance Masilela has done a good job with that club so far this season. They're looking very good. But for Kaiser Chiefs, as I said, I'm going to be focusing on them. Not the greatest start of the season. MDC as well, the multi-choice Disky Challenge going down 4-0 to Bitvis Wits. That team just continues to haunt us, and it's going to continue. I don't know for how long, but something needs to change, and it has to start against Platinum Stars on Wednesday. We really need to win that game. And now let's just get into the preview of that game. Now, speaking of Chippa United were the team that eliminated Platinum Stars from the MTN 8 this season with a 2-0 victory. And it was a well-deserved victory for them. I felt Platinum Stars were very error-prone at the back, and it's something that Chiefs should try and take advantage of. I don't think they do have a great coach though in Kevin Johnson, and I'm sure he's been able to rectify those areas, but they will be there against set pieces as well. When they played SuperSport United in the league, they got lucky to win that game 1-0. There were a lot of chances for SuperSport that they just didn't take, and I just hope that again, if Chiefs take their chances, they've got a big chance of winning this game. Kaiser Chiefs, they've got the players, so we'd like to think they've got the players who can actually take advantage of those errors that they make. Going back to last season though, Platinum Stars, they did beat us at home and away, taking 6 points from us with a 2-0 and a 2-1 scoreline, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be very tough to try and break that hoodoo that they had against us last season. But for me, this season they haven't really been the most convincing, especially defensively. They're making a lot of mistakes. That first goal that Manzini scored in the MTN 8, a simple back pass to the keeper, not working out. And again, as I mentioned, against SuperSport United, a lot of errors in the back. If we can take advantage of that, we should be in good shape. But our run under Steve Compella, our poor run under Steve Compella, has continued. Not the greatest start to the season. Beaten by Wits in the league, and then beaten again by newcomers Cape Town City in the MTN 8. They took advantage of spaces left behind the space that was behind Moleko. They took advantage of that to get their goal, and we just couldn't pull one back. Again, I think we played okay without being too penetrating. We lacking energy, I feel, and we need to rectify our mistakes at the back. And if we can do that, start at the back, keep people out, and going forward, I'm sure at least we can keep a clean sheet and be known as the Draw Kings again this season. So let's see how things go. Now, I also feel that Kaiser Chiefs, going forward, we lack energy sometimes. I think we tend to play the game too slowly. The small short passes that really aren't doing anything for us going forward. The players that are Twalas for me is the kind of player that we need in every position at the moment, especially going forward, because you've got Twala on one wing and you've got Lebeso on the other wing. I know we played Chiramba Dare in the MTN 8. I think he could be a fan favorite. He's got some nice touches. He's got some good skill. He just needs to work perhaps on his strength and fitness, because he was getting knocked off the ball easy. Other than that, he could develop into a good player. Hopefully, the best for him is yet to come. But the glimpses that I've seen have been very promising. But yeah, you've got your wingers. You expect the pace, the skill to come from there. But in midfield, I think when Katsanda's got the ball, he always obviously looks to the wing, or he's playing that long ball, long diagonal ball all the time, and we're not really playing the ball. We're not we're not keeping the ball on the ground, playing to our strengths, because that's where our strengths are actually are. I've mentioned Lebese, I've mentioned Twala. We've got XD who can play the ball. Malulega can play the ball. Even Katsanda's got some skill. He's shown over the past season anyway, that he's got a couple of nice touches that he's got as well. So there's no reason for us to be trying to play the long ball all the time, and I really, really feel that this is a good chance for Chiefs to get their season off the mark in the second game, get 3 points, and really put in a good display and get a couple of goals. I really think that well, obviously, if Kevin Johnson hasn't fixed the issues at the back, Chiefs will have a lot of possession firstly, and a good number of chances that they should be able to create to get those goals. And yeah, get if Macha gets on the score sheet maybe a couple of times in this game, I think he should be looking for a brace really. That's how weak I think the defense is. They're not gelling together at Platinum Stars. That is, they're not gelling together much, and I think Chiefs should take advantage of that. We've got the pace. We just need to get the running. Now, here's an interesting topic for Kaizer Chiefs fans. Who do you start between Eckstein and Bernard Parker? It's a very tough one. It's an interesting one. Parker's got all the experience. He's a fighter for the club. For when he's on the pitch, he fights for the ball. He's got some nice touches, but he's much like Eckstein, he's not much of a goal threat. These days. Even though we saw against Pirates in the Black Label Cup, where he had that shot that led to the Matoho goal. But is he really, with the game plan the Chiefs that Compella wants to play, is Parker really the player that we need to play at that number 10 role? I've mentioned before, he's not. I don't consider him as much of a striker. He's a midfielder playing just behind the striker at that number 10 role. Is he the best number 10 we've got at the club? Can Eckstein come and make that position his own? We saw, well, anyway, I saw when we were playing against Cape Town City, when he came on, he had nice touches. It was nice to look at, running into the spaces that Chiefs weren't really exploring before, and he was making himself available in those spaces, and trying to take advantage and push the team forward. So for me, Eckstein edges Parker in this regard, but obviously tell me what you guys think as well. Who should start between the two of them? A couple of changes that I would make to the team that's been playing over the past couple of weeks for Kaizer Chiefs. Kune keeps his position in between the sticks, and in my fullbacks, I'll bring in Kumalo and move Mpahlele to the right back position where Moleko was playing. I think Moleko gets a bit too exposed because he likes moving forward, and Mpahlele, when he's playing centrally, doesn't give him that enough cover, and I don't think Katsandi's been doing that as well of late. So I'll definitely move Mpahlele out right to the right. We bought him as a right back, and that's where he should be playing as far as I'm concerned. In the center of our defense, Godinho keeps his position, with Mpahlele going to right back to show that position up. Cardoso can come in, Ulu can come in. Ulu was playing when he lost 4-0 to Vets in the MDC, so I don't know how confident he is. So maybe Cardoso would get that start. And moving to the midfield, Katsandi keeps his position. He's not going to be moved from there anytime soon. Maluleka partners him in central midfield in that box-to-box midfield role. We don't really have anybody else at the moment who can fulfill that ever since Yeye left. In the wings, you've got Lebese, Twala, good pace, good skill. Chiramba Dare, I was impressed by him. I think he's got nice skills. He probably just needs to get a little bit stronger, but he's very skillful. He's got a lot of flair. He can become a fan favorite as far as I'm concerned. I'll bring Eckstein in there instead of Parker. I think Eckstein, when he came on in the last game, he played in all the little spaces that Chiefs weren't exposing before, and I think he'll be able to pick a pass a lot better. And then up front, I would go with Louis Macha. What do you guys think? Now, my prediction for the game, I really think Kaizer Chiefs should take this game. If they score anything less than 3 goals, I'll be disappointed. I'll be happy with the 3 points, but I'll be disappointed with the lack of games. We're creating the chances. Or even though in the past couple of games, I think we've been trying to put crosses into the box, but I'm not sure if Macha is that bigger guy. He's not an Abrao basically, or Mtembu, who can come in there and really take advantage of those crosses, I feel. But yeah, I hope he gets a couple of games. A couple of goals in the game, and is able to get. He's able to kickstart his career at Kaizer Chiefs. His confidence will go up. I'd like to see Lotlotlo coming in and playing up front as well, not just in the wing, as he's been doing when he's come on. Mangaile as well. If Macha's not working out, Mangaile can come in. You know, he can time his runs. He can run behind the defenders, and that's what Kaizer Chiefs need. Now, that's my prediction. What do you guys think? How do you think Kaizer Chiefs will fare? What do you think is going to happen with Steve Compella should we lose this game as well? There's already been talks of the likes of Lucas Radebe coming in to replace him as Chiefs coach if he doesn't win this game. So a lot of interesting things going around at Kaizer Chiefs. Very, very interesting game. Looking forward to it. It should be a win for Kaizer Chiefs. But you never know with the start that we have and the and the way we've been playing under Steve Compella. But fingers crossed, Cosi Nation, that we do win this one. That's it from me. It's the end of this episode, but not the end of the discussion. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, and drop a comment there. Who do you think is gonna win, and what do you think is gonna happen with Steve Compella? Should we lose? And generally, how are you feeling about Kaizer Chiefs and the season ahead? That's it from me. I'm a Kosi for life.